permitir grabar. Here we go, Abby. So tell me
Yes.
if the option is already,
It works.
yeah, it works. Perfect, perfect. Thank you very much, Abby. Yeah, thank you, Christian, for the information you forwarded me earlier. Okay, for example, the list of the students. Yeah, well, this is what we're going to do today. No, let me explain. Originally, our class on Mondays is from 5 to 8, but today, because it's the first day, we're going to have 2 sessions. Okay, so this one, as soon as we finish this, you will connect again to do the second session and the last session today. Okay, well, I hope that in these 2 sessions I can finish what I planned for today, which is to introduce myself, to have some of you introduce yourselves, to explain about the subject, to explain about the syllables, the books, and other, and also a section for open questions. Okay, so I hope that in 2 sessions we'll be able to finish that. Great. Then our next class will be on Thursday. If you could please confirm if Thursday is from 5 to 7 or from 6 to 8. I don't have my schedule here, but if somebody can please confirm that.
Yes. Thursday we have classes from 6 to 8 p.m.
Sorry, 6?
6 to 8 p.m.
From 6 to 8?
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, I lost you.
Yes, 6 to 8 p.m.
Can you repeat that, please?
Yes, Professor, 6 to 8 p.m. You hear me?
Al chat mejor.
Yeah, can you guys hear me?
Yes, Prof.
Yes, in this case, it was my internet that was faulty and something happened. So please, could you repeat what time is our class on Thursday?
Yes, Prof. From 6 to 8 p.m. on Thursday.
6 to 8, yeah. Okay, 6 to 8. So our next class will be on Thursday. Well, I'm not sure yet, because I don't know how it's going to work. It's going to work out for us. But eventually, for example, if we have from 6 to 8, we can plan 2 sessions, now maybe with an interval of 5-10 minutes, where you can do a little work, okay, or answer some questions or something, and then we do the second session, and we can finish 10-15 minutes earlier, no, to give you time to, you know, to refresh if you have another class or anything, right? But let's see how things go. No? I had asked Abby. Abby is listening now, to help me record the lessons, the videos, and also I had asked her to see if we can use an account, an unlimited account, and maybe somebody, one of you guys, have an account or know someone who has an account, and that way we can do our class steadily, no, without interruptions. And in which case, we can do pretty much the same: is start the class 5 minutes after 5 or after 6, and then and then we can have one full session and finish 10-15 minutes earlier to give you time or for closing or anything. Okay. Yeah. Any questions about this?
No, prof.
No, prof.
Okay. Sorry, I think it's my internet because it's raining here. Sorry if our conversation is I mean, if it gets cut. Yeah, I don't know if you could hear the last part. Please, somebody, can you tell me if you heard what I said at the end?
No, prof.
No. Well, but basically what I was saying is that we could have. I mean, I was telling you that Abby, I had asked Abigail to please find someone who has an account that we can use. Or let me see. Wait a second. I need to silence myself because I'm using. I don't know if it's me. No, my microphone is off, but I don't know why I could hear myself talking. I think it's all because of the internet. Well, sorry about that. Yeah, you see, it's kind of embarrassing. It's my first class. I'm the host, and I'm having these difficulties.
Professor, I think you have two accounts on this
Yeah,
session.
yes. I'm using that, and I think I'm going to close that session. Yeah. Well, in the morning, it was okay. I worked just fine because. Yeah, I'm gonna do this. Salir de la reunión. Yeah. Okay. How about now? Is it better now?
Yes, it's better.
Yeah, so much better. Yeah, I can tell the difference. Yeah. Well, I was trying to use my other account so I can use my old computer and open my documents and share things with you. Yeah, because in the cell phone it's it's too small for me to work. But it's okay. It's our first class, and I'll see how I can handle these problems. Okay. So what I was saying is that I asked Abby to please find someone who has an account, unlimited account. So, and I'm asking you guys now that are attending this first session, if you have an account or somebody in your family, brother, sister, or anybody has an account that we can use, okay, it would be great because we need it only Mondays and Thursdays. It would be for a couple of hours. And so that way we can have one whole session. The recording is much easier. I don't have to waste time admitting students one by one and all of that. And so time would be more efficient. We can do things faster, finish earlier, so everything would be perfect. And when you have the recordings, you would have only one recording for the whole class. That's the idea. So if you guys can, if somebody has that account, please tell Abby, okay, and coordinate, how you can do. So this person will obviously be the host, and I'm going to ask this person to, and Abby also to get the recordings, the recordings. Yeah, I hope that's possible, but we still have time. By the end of the week, you can tell me if you found an account. Great. Now I would like to so start by, well, introducing myself. No, I know that we worked together on Thursday in Sexto A, in Sexto B, sorry. But there may be some people that don't know me, so maybe some new students. Okay. So my name is Patricio Davila. I've been working here already 1 year. It's been an incredible year, although this last semester was very difficult with all the, with all the complications and the problems, economic and social and even political problems, and also the health problems that we had this last semester. But I've been lucky, and I thank God for this opportunity to continue working for this prestigious university, because I'm a teacher of contrato, and I was about to lose my job, but fortunately nothing happened, and I'm happy to be able to do my little contribution, and try and give my very best, so you guys um, get the objective of graduating in the best way possible. Right, and before I continue, I would like to have some people, 5 students, and this is optional. This is, voluntary. I would like to have 5 people introduce themselves, okay, to the group and tell us about your, especially I want to know about your experience. If you're already working, if you're doing a little practica in some school or something, and if you have some idea on how to evaluate students, because this is our subject, assessment. If you know how to assess your class, your students. Okay, so please, volunteers. Or if you want me to, I have the list here on my computer. If I remember some names, I can ask, but I would rather have some volunteers. No, anybody? Somebody?
Professor, me.
Yes. Okay, great, Christian. Please, thank you.
Okay, my name is Christian Cajas, and one of my experience in teaching was a few months ago, like in January. I was working as an assistant for a teacher in a high school in the
High
north
school, yeah.
of the city,
Okay, great.
and I learned a lot of things in that place, like how to organize a class, how to prepare the
Great.
materials for students, and that is the most important things that I learned in that place.
Okay, great. Thank you very much, Christian. Thank you very much. No, and it's great that you have already some experience. No, that you've had contact with real teaching. No, right? And you would agree, and everybody would agree, that one of the most important aspects of teaching is assessing our students. No, right? Because it's the only way that we can make sure that students are learning what they are supposed to learn, and in the way that we expect them to learn. So and that comes with practice, no? That comes with practice. Thank you very much, Christian. Yeah, I'd like to have another student. Please do the same. Introduce themselves. Somebody, please. Well, how about Abby? Because Abby, I remember 1 year ago she was studying in the morning, and so I don't know if Abby, if you changed your schedule last semester or this semester. So it's like you're kind of new in the group. Would you introduce yourself, please?
Yes, Prof. Actually, I
Thank you.
changed my schedule last semester and this
Okay,
one
great.
as
Yeah.
well. But yeah, I used to know everybody in this class as well because I was in the afternoon in first, second, and third semester. So
Great. Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
And yes, so referring to assessment, well, everybody took this subject assessment, and I remember that, for example, we have two kinds of assessment in general, which are summative and formative.
Yeah, great.
That both are important, but we could emphasize in formative and how to manage both. And yes.
Okay. Very good. Thank you. Thank you very much, Abby. Yeah. Well, I'm glad to hear that you guys get to know. I mean, you guys get along very well. You have your friends already in that group. Great. Yeah. I what I remember 1 year ago when I had this class is that they're very friendly. They're cooperative, and they get along very well. I mean, so they're friendly. So great. It's great to know that, and also that you have some experience in assessment, right? That's experience going to be of utmost importance for this class, since one thing is what we read in the books, of course, no, and then we have a class. No, we have an idea of what assessment is, but then we have 40 students, 50 students, and then you have to change and adapt things to the groups that you have. So it's great, and I hope that more students in this group, okay, um, I hope that many of you guys have experience and you know what assessment is about. Thank you very much, Abby. Okay, now before we continue with the other three students, I would like to tell you something about the subject and the books, no, and the books. Right. Okay. Well, this subject was created this semester. No, I asked Luis Paredes is the other teacher. He's teaching in the morning, and I understand that maybe he already had his first class this morning. Yeah. So it was Luis and me that organized this syllabus. Yeah, which you already have in the platform. Okay. The subject is new, like I said, and but not because it's new. It doesn't mean that it's not important or is less important than others. Okay, and not because it's new, it means that we're not we're just going to try and see what happens. No, we're no, on the contrary, we're going to do our very best and compiling material that Luis and I have and documents that we have and experience, no, little experience that we have, we're going to try our best. Right, and of course, your contribution is always super important. No, We don't want everything to be just what's in the text, what's in the guide, or or what the teacher says. No, you always have, of course, the right to participate and even disagree if something is not right. Okay, so I expect active participation and interaction from you. Great. I'm going to point out something that is in your syllabus. You can read it later. Okay. This course is aimed at providing students with the appropriate knowledge and practice to achieve the competence to teach English as a second language, right? And in this regard, testing is of paramount importance for students, academic and professional training, because this subject focuses on the design of effective classroom-based assessments, considering the 5 principles of language assessment. And so, I mean, breaking this into smaller bits of information, it means that language assessment is key in your professional practice. No, one of the aspects that we're going to see, one of the big questions, no, that is one of the contents in this program is why do we assess, no, and then what do we assess? Those are big questions, and so we're going to see why do we need to assess, no. Sometimes we find ourselves just, you know, because we have a nice class or because we have a difficult class, we find ourselves giving them tests all the time, so they are quiet. And that's not exactly the point. No, we need to know why we're doing that and when. Time is also of great importance in this regard. And we're going to focus a lot on classroom-based language, you know? Classroom-based language assessments, which means this kind of assessments that teachers prepare for their classrooms, because as you know, most of you guys are working in schools. Okay, well, it's a different reality if you're going to work, for example, in an institute, or if you're working only maybe with business people in a different kind of seminar, or right, then the procedures are different. But in this course, we're going to focus on classroom, no? Classroom based. Right. Okay. So that's why I asked you guys if you have some experience, if you already know about types of assessment, the difference between assessment and testing and evaluation, right? And of course, if you don't, it's okay. My suggestion is that when you have time, you open the documents and you read, or you open your own documents, your own links, your own websites, and go ahead and find information about language testing, language assessment, language evaluation. Okay, and so basically, because we have 5 hours, okay, well, I hope it's enough time. The program that we designed, I think, is okay for 5 hours. Well, considering that 4 hours will be teaching, I mean, what so-called teaching, and 1 hour maybe experimental, so that you can go ahead and do something as a group, or elaborate some product for the class. Okay, so 4 hours should be enough. Okay. However, there's a lot of things that you have to. There's a lot that you have to read. Yes. There are links that you have to and videos that you you have to watch, okay? And there will be other things that will appear as we develop the contents, okay? So it's always a good idea. You know that, I mean, you are already in 8th semester, you're teachers to be, right? So you know that the best way to become a better professional is to research things on your own. You know? You can't expect only teachers to tell you everything that you have to do, or when there's a test or something. You know that if you like something, you go ahead and you investigate it on your own. It's the best way, and that's what makes some teachers better than others. No, I mean, the best teachers are the ones that are always curious. They always want to know something different. They always want to go deeper into something they like, or into something they don't know, or even something they don't like, you know? Because being a teacher is part of that. Okay. Well, of course, about the subject, we're going to be doing a lot of group work. No, the class is big, not the size is big. So we're going to be doing presentations. I'm going to ask you to do, because the subject is assessment, I'm going to be asking you also to do your own quizzes, for example. And then we can try those quizzes here in class. We can use those quizzes for our assessment, llamémosle, and even for exams, final exams, and all that. Okay, so I think with those elements, no, and of course, if you have other good ideas, we can. I think that we're going to get the very best out of this course. Okay. Also, I would like to suggest, if you have the time, especially to register, and if you have time, follow this course by the British Council. No, the British Council has these MOOCs, right? They're open all the time. All you need to do is to create an account, and then you will be able to use that course for 1 month. In 1 month, you can download all the activities that you find interesting. Yeah, and one of the courses that they offer is called language assessment. No, language assessment. I'll give you the link when we finish class, because Professor Bibao, Serge Bibao, sent me the link, and I think you're going to find it very useful for this purpose. Okay, and okay, let me see. Well, I think now we have about 3 minutes, so I would like to have another student, please, to introduce themselves, and if the session is over in those 3 minutes, then as soon as we finish this, we'll open the second session. Okay. Yeah. So who's going to be next? How about the first student in the list? Okay, great. Yeah. What's your name, please?
My name is Hugo Peñafiel. Well, regarding to
Hugo,
my
yeah,
experience, regarding to my experience with
please, thank you, please.
teaching, yeah, I must say that it was quite interesting, because 1 year ago I was working with the kids in Andino High School, and it was a really good experience, because it showed me that there is a lot of difference between the theory and the practical. And
yes,
so yeah, teaching for the first time was, I wouldn't say stressful, but it pushed me a little bit more than just studying. It
Of
forced me
course.
to look for new methodologies and that kind of, that kind of stuff. And it was really helpful for me, and made me realize that I should work more on my my skills of class management, and so
Management, class
yeah.
management is crucial here.
Yeah.
Great, great. What school was this that you worked at?
Andino High School is in Colon Avenue. Yeah.
And then, yeah. Yes, yes, yes. Of course, I know. Yeah, it's a. It's the school very level of English. This great, and you see, Hugo is right, no, when saying that when you are teaching, I mean, actually teaching, that's when the problems begin, no? And that's when you realize that you have to adjust everything and adapt everything you know to the groups you have. And let's not forget that language teaching and language assessment should go hand in hand. It's not two separate things. It's one. It's two things of the same nature. No, two things that belong together. These two things belong together,